pleasant morning to everyone. I am Shanna and I will be your tour guide for today. On behalf of Fred Travel and Tours, I'd like to welcome you to the top corn producer of the Philippines and the Queen Province of the North, no other than the majestic province of Isabela. It is also known as one of the premier province in the north and most progressive in the country. Isabela, the second largest among the Philippines' 81 provinces, is located on the northeastern seaboard of the island of Luzon, the biggest among the 7,641 islands comprising the Philippine archipelago. With a total land area of 10,655 square kilometers comprising more than 3% of the Philippine territory and almost 40% of the Cagayan Valley region, Isabela is the second largest province on Luzon Island. It is bounded on the north by Cagayan Province, on the west by Kalinga, Mountain Province, and Ifugao, on the south by Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, and Aurora, and on the east by the Philippine Sea and the Pacific Ocean. In terms of its geography, the province is divided into three distinct areas: Western, Eastern, and Coastal Isabela. All three are straddled by the majestic Sierra Madre Mountains, the longest mountain range in the Philippines. Isabela is home to one of the largest remaining rainforests in the world, known as the Northern Sierra Madre Natural Park. The park is considered among the global top 10 biodiversity hotspots. Two major seasons are prevalent in the province. First, the rainy season, from June to November, and second, the dry season, from December to May. Isabela Province is approximately 425.4 kilometers away from the Philippines' capital, Manila. From Manila, the traveling time by land is 10 hours 40 minutes by bus. That's quite a long journey, right? Don't worry, from Manila, you can travel going to Isabela in just 1 hour and 30 minutes via plane and land in Cagayan City Airport. The flight distance between Manila and Cagayan, Isabela is 280 kilometers. How to get there? Option 1, by air. From Manila, you may fly to Cagayan City Airport via Cebu Pacific. Flight to Cagayan Airport is once a day. Next is by land. From Pasay, Cubao, or Sampaloc, you may take air-conditioned buses like Victory Liner, Florida, and 5-Star. These bus companies travel to major towns and cities in Isabela for 800 pesos to 900 pesos one way. Travel time is about 8 to 10 hours depending on the stops. Victory Liner and Florida offer daily trips from Manila. In the 16th and 17th centuries, the Spaniards arrived in northern Luzon and introduced the Christian religion, the encomienda system of government, and the tobacco monopoly. Their 300-year rule was marked by oppression, which triggered several revolts in the 18th century, led by local chieftains, Dabo and Marayan. Prior to 1839, the entire Cagayan Valley was one large province, which the Spanish insular government designated as La Provincia del Valle de Cagayan. To facilitate the conversion of the natives to Catholic Christianity by Spanish missionaries, two provinces were created in the vast territory, namely Cagayan and Nueva Vizcaya. The latter was established upon the advice of Cagayan's Alcalde Mayor, to Governor General Luis Lardizabal, who issued an order in 1839 which was approved by a Spanish royal decree on April 10, 1841. Another royal decree was issued on May 1, 1856, creating Isabela de Luzon as the province was initially called, distinguishing it from similarly named places in other parts of La Isla, Filipinas. The new province's name was derived from the reigning Queen Isabela II of Spain. It consisted of 9 towns, of which were formerly part of Cagayan and 7 others detached from Nueva Vizcaya. A new wave of migration started in the late 19th with large numbers of Ilocanos from northwestern Luzon settling in Isabela. They were followed by other ethno-linguistic groups, transforming the province into the melting pot of the north. From the late 20th century to the turn of the millennium, Isabela continued to grow as a premier province of the Philippines. In 1994, Santiago became an independent component city, followed by Kawayan in 2001 and Ilagan in 2012. Isabela today is home to 1,593,566 people who are distinguished for their resilience and diligence. Majority of them are classified as Ilocanos, who constitute 69% of total households. 2 other prominent ethno-linguistic groups are Ibanag at 14% and Tagalog at 10%. The balance of 7% belongs to the Magandang, Paranan, Yogad, and other indigenous tribes. Their ethnic differences, notwithstanding Isabelinos, demonstrate a close kinship that allows for great ease when challenging times call for unity, cooperation, and service to family and their community. Are you looking for a place where you can distress from work, school, and life? One of the best ways to beat that stress is by going to ecotourism parks and discovering the countless natural attractions in Isabela. Ecotourism is one of Isabela's attractions, and here are some of the tourist spots in Isabela for sightseeing and events. First, Sitio Binongbong in San Agustin, Isabela. The Sitio Binongbong is also called the Paradise of San Agustin because of its natural beauty. Traveling to the sitio is a long journey and you must cross a river before getting there. However, the site is indeed worth it. Sitio Binongbong is the perfect place for nature lovers to disconnect from the world because there are no cellular signals in this area. Some activities available in Sitio Binongbong are fishing, cliff diving, and boating. Once you reach this destination, you will be amazed by the river, waterfalls, and flowers you will see. There are no commercial establishments, near Sitio Binongbong, so you must bring your food and drinks. This tourist spot is an untapped paradise, so you should always take your garbage with you and leave no marks. Next is the Meraki Garden in Reina Mercedes, Isabela. The Meraki Garden is a perfect place for relaxation. Once reaching Meraki Garden, you will immediately notice the bougainvillea flowers and bonsai trees. Tourists and locals love taking pictures in Meraki Garden. However, there are other activities that you can do there. Aside from picture taking, you can also enjoy the local bands that perform every weekday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and magicians every weekend. Kids can enjoy the playground Meraki Garden offers. And once they go hungry, they can grab a bite at the cafe near the garden. The entrance fee in Meraki Garden is only 50 pesos. Third, Bonsai Nosato Park located in Cauayan City. The Bonsai Nosato Park is a garden and events place like Meraki Garden. But this park features a bonsai forest instead of flowers, as the name suggests. Its owners have been fascinated with bonsai trees since 1986 before the park opened. There are several activities you can enjoy in Bonsai Nosato Park. On a chill weekend afternoon, you can enjoy the view of the ornamental plants in the park. There is also a large playground, basketball arcade, and inflatable island for your kids. There is an authentic Japanese restaurant in Bonsai Nosato and a live band every weekend. Rooms, a swimming pool, and a whole farmhouse can be rented for events if you want to celebrate occasions in a Japanese garden in Isabela. Fourth, Hacienda de San Luis. Are you waiting for the lush trees and the breeze, remembering our story? Capture the beauty of the historical and adventure sites of Cauayan City at Hacienda de San Luis. This hacienda is the location of the Cauayan City Museum, Gawa-Gawayan Museum, and Cagayan Valley Science Centrum, the most historical tourist spots in Isabela. The other Hacienda de San Luis activities are rappelling, rock climbing, zip lining, horseback riding, biking, and fishing. To celebrate events like weddings and debuts, you can rent La Flor de Isabela, an events place in the hacienda. The Bacalera Hacienda de San Luis is an ideal place for adventure, fun, and indulgence. The hacienda is open to the public every day except Monday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fifth, Ilagan Sanctuary. The Ilagan Sanctuary is one of the most pristine tourist spots only 15 kilometers away from the city proper of Ilagan. The sanctuary is known and popular because of its tourist attractions, which includes bird watching, a mini zoo, and a natural spring pool. There is also Pinsal Falls where you have to trek first before reaching its beauty. Some activities in Ilagan Sanctuary can be considered extreme, like riding an all-terrain vehicle and exploring the caves inside it. Those who are adventurous enough to discover the cave's beauty are required to hire tour guides. Pancit Kabagan. Like any other noodle dish in the Philippines, Pancit Kabagan is of Chinese origin. One of the Chinese traders was said to be responsible for introducing pancit in Kabagan. His name is Xiao Liang, also known as Dianga. Dianga married a Filipina named Agustina de Ray-Laddaran, who established a panciteria in Kabagan during the pre-war period. From then, it was called Pancit Kabagan that is now a famous delicacy in Isabela province. Pancit Kabagan is garnished with pork lechon, pork or chicken liver, chicharron, vegetables, and quail eggs. Try now our Pancit Kabagan in the municipality of Kabagan, Isabela. Aling Belen Longanisa. Aling Belen is a household name in the province because of her longanisa. She started mixing her own version of the Pinoy sausage in 1970. Her personal special recipe makes her longanisa the best in Isabela. You can buy this longanisa in the public market of Kawayan City. Just look for Aling Belen's longanisa stall in the wet market. For only 150 pesos per pack for 500 grams. Next is the corn coffee. In Isabela is popular because of the abundance of corn supply in the province. It's as tasty as coffee and it has its own health benefits. It looks and tastes like your good old caffeinated coffee, but it is healthier to drink. Perhaps a distinction comes with the aroma since corn coffee comes from the ground. Roasted corn. You can buy our corn coffee in every pasalubong center in the province. Honoring the bountiful harvest of the province and its emerging agro-industrial prowess, Isabela celebrates the Bambati or Scarecrow Festival, celebrating every fourth week of January. The festivity showcases the scarecrow dancing, spectacles, and agricultural booths. The municipalities and cities exhibit their respective culture, beliefs, tradition, and origins. This culture-rich celebration vies Isabela as the socio-cultural hub of the North. A festival celebrating the use of bambanti or scarecrow by the Isabelinos in their vast farmlands to protect its crop is highlighted by an agro-industrial trade fair. A bambanti village is set up to house all the activities during the festival to include agri-ecotourism exhibits, bambanti installations, Isabela singing idol and glee, festival street dance competition with festival king and queen, and a grand fireworks display. To exhibit cultural identity, exceptional talent, delicate craftsmanship, and Epicurean delight, Isabela celebrated its week-long Bambanti Festival, the greatest and grandest annual festivity in the province in the city of Ilagan. The festive celebration included participation by 34 municipalities and 3 cities, prompted by their municipal and city mayors. Here are some trivias. Isabela is the largest province on the island of Luzon in land area. Its capital is the city of Ilagan. Next, there is one outlying island surrounding the mainland of Isabela, which is under the jurisdiction of the province. It is called Colasi. Next, one of the tourist attractions in Isabela is the Aguinaldo Shrine in Palanan, wherein it is a historic place where the first president of the Philippine Republic, General Emilio Aguinaldo, surrendered to the American forces, thus ending the Philippine Revolution in March 1901. In Isabela, situated is the Northern Sierra Madre Natural Park, or NSMNP. It is the largest protected area in the country and is a low-altitude rainforest at 800 feet above sea level. The area is about 359,477 hectares and is rated number 1 in the world's biodiversity. Very ideal for marine and outdoor adventure, people trek its mountains to reach the coastal areas. Did you know that you can also witness in Isabela the Magandang high-rise dam and hydroelectric power plant? Constructed in 1970, the dam cost 6.5 billion to include the dam itself, powerhouse, office buildings, and other related facilities. This infrastructure project was the biggest dam in the whole of Asia at the time of its construction. Project benefits include year-round irrigation supply of some 102,000 hectares of agricultural land and an ultimate capacity of 540 megawatts of hydroelectric power sufficient to supply the whole of northern Luzon grid. Its reservoir area of 4,460 hectares has a great potential for water-based recreation like fishing, swimming, boating, and water skiing, among others. Recommended for educational tours and sightseeing. Gifted with numerous natural and man-made tourist treasures, Isabela is now frequently visited by local visitors and foreigners. The churches of Gamu, Tumawini, Alicia, and San Pablo are famous for their gleaming, antiquated Spanish architectural designs, while the modern ones include the Catholic churches of the city of Ilagan, Cauayan City, and Santiago City, and those of other religious sects. St. Michael Cathedral, located at Gamu, is considered the biggest church in the province today. The province is endowed with powdery white beaches and warm beds of crystalline waters which span the shoreline of the coastal municipalities of Palanan, Divilacan, Maconacon, and Dinapigue. The Digoyo Point and the Aguinaldo Shrine, both located at Palanan, are historically famous for being the sites of important political events. Except for Dinapigue, which can now be reached by land, the towns of Palanan, Divilacan, and Maconacon are reachable by foot, by boat, or by plane. For our next trivia, located in the hills of Tukon, this 5-door tunnel, complete with a series of chambers, a bunker that served as a lookout spot, and a water reservoir, was constructed during the Japanese occupation as a shelter house for soldiers, now called the Japanese Tunnel. Descending the steps to the underground level in almost complete darkness is a thrill that you should not be missed. So on behalf of Fern Travel and Tours, I am grateful for choosing us to become a part of your unforgettable trip here in Isabela. I hope I have given you more than enough reasons to visit and experience the beauty of Isabela. Thank you and goodbye, my dear tourists.
Isabela, a home endeared by man, upright and free, a land where peace and love abide, where men of truth reside, endowed with rich and glorious past, a heritage known and vast. From Palanan to Jones they stood for freedom and for truth. Her shining rivers teem with fish, and mountains lush with trees. Her fertile fields abound with yield our blessings for our meat. Bless Isabel.